My friends, 11/11 is going to be a very sacred day here for all of us as Guamanians and Americans because that is going to be Veterans Day. Roland Atta is better known as Ro. You know him from the Guam Hogs, and also you know him as a veteran of the United States Army. So, Ro, man, welcome back to the show. We always appreciate it. And first of all, for you and your brothers in arms, those of you who have served before, we thank you for your service.
Thank you, and thank you for having us on here today.
Absolutely. So you've actually got an interesting a little activity going on because you've talked about the rallying cry is kind of invest in our mission, and for the 13th annual Wounded Warrior Ride that's coming up on Veterans Day and everything, you want to actually sell these really cool shirts. So tell me about that.
Yeah, so this year we have a new design for the shirts. Every year we have a different design. So this year, last year was kind of black with different like the tanks and helicopters and stuff ghosted into the shirt. And this year we're going with the green digicam with so if you look closely on the shirts, you'll have the um services, the branches of services subdue or ghosted into the shirt this year. So that's a new design that we got. And we got the eagle and the bar and shield for the Harley look, and the Laddie Stones to show it's also from Guam. So
Mhm.
these shirts are very I guess you could say collectible, because some people buy them and they send them to the States for their families, or they buy them for themselves here for veterans. So it shows the support of our veterans here on Guam. And again, all the money that we raise for these shirts stay here for our veteran organizations that need it here, because as we all know, we don't really get that much support from the states as far as other different programs and stuff like that. So that is how we're trying to help. The motorcycle community is trying to help these organizations.
And these tribute shirts are, by the way, like this year we're also going with a more like the traditional, the green camouflage, like the jungle cami like design. Because last year was like it was like shades of gray and everything. It looked really cool. I have one myself.
Yeah, and so this one is more of the newer, not the old school camo, but more of the new school digicam camo. So
Yep.
again, it looks really good. So if you don't buy it, you're probably gonna see someone wearing it, like, hey, where'd you get that shirt? And you're like, well, this was this year's, and yeah, it's only like a one time order. So and these shirts are again made and designed by veterans. So
And they're very high quality, and they're only $35. They're long sleeve. I mean, you can use it to work out. They're made of the dry fit material. I mean, this is, I mean, more than just the shirt itself. I mean, it's a nice gesture, but $35 that is going to go to support, to honor, and to help those who went through training and put on the uniform for us, so that we could have the liberties we enjoy today.
yes, and some of those, for people that don't know, these organizations that we're helping this year, we're helping five this year. So one of them is HMI, which is one of the groups that's helping veterans get their claims put in. And with the amount of support and help that these guys do, they have a pretty good track record on getting people their claims and helping them get what they need. So that's why we're supporting them. And then we have the GY671, which we also they help the veterans as far as they have programs that where they meet up with other veterans who need to talk, or have experiences or are having trouble with whatever situation they're in. And then they have also places where they can help house some of the homeless vets too. So that's an awesome um, thing that they're doing. And then so we're also helping out the VFW 2917 and 1509. So those guys help our veterans of foreign wars. So anybody who's been through war, those guys help them. You know, with just being camaraderie, with the camaraderie, and also helping the community. So they have other programs there too that the VFW does. Is they also do like they help scholarship for kids in the elementary schools, high
That is
schools,
fantastic.
middle schools. And then they even help. They have something for the teachers too. So those programs that they have, and then they have a bunch of different programs that we run on the with the veteran VFW, and then we're also helping the auxiliary this year too. So those are they help out with the support of the family members who have gone to war or are part of the VFW. So those guys are the support of, especially when you deployed, you had support. So these are the guys that are helping the veterans who've been deployed already, and so now they're still continuing to support us. So that's a good thing, and so we're helping them out again this year.
Absolutely. Okay, so speaking of the VFW, I know, because I'm in Ipapawa States, up in, right on the border between Dededo and Jigo. But every year,
Yeah,
the VFW up in Jigo flies Old Glory. I want to say like what, 50, 60, 70 feet in the air with you guys and all the, the bike enthusiasts on the bottom getting ready for your annual Wounded Warrior ride. And I mean, we can see it as far away as, Payless and Dededo. You can see, the Stars and
yeah.
Stripes flying there. Is that going to happen again? Because it's an amazing sight to see.
Yes, I believe so. We're actually in the works of we're still having meetings and stuff like that to organize this event. And one of the things is we're trying to make sure we have that. And the past couple of years we've always done it. So hopefully again this year we get to get it done, and then hopefully we'll have two cranes, and we'll have the big Guam flag and the big Garrison US flag. So
Yeah, I was gonna say
again,
those
that's
garrison flags are what, 50 by 30. You can see them. I mean, it just instills patriotism no matter where you are.
yes, yes, and you have people drive by and they see those flags and they pull over just to take pictures because it's like we've never seen that, kind of stuff. So that's something that has been worked on, and we take pride in doing that because that shows how much pride we have in our service and what we've done as veterans. So
Now,
that's
for the Wounded Warrior ride itself, what is your route going to be, and like how many riders do you expect this year to participate?
well, okay. So we're gonna start up at VFW in Jigo, 2917 or 1509. Um, and we're gonna meet up at around 7:30. We'll have light breakfast, some drinks. You can buy drinks there, and then from there we'll head up to. This year they decided to move the event to the Guam Museum, so we're gonna ride up to Guam Museum, and then from there we'll attend the ceremony, which is at 11, and then from there we'll ride up to. We have three more stops after that. We'll be doing Wild Bill's, Harley Davidson, Bell's Lounge, and then right back to VFW for the big feast. So we're gonna have food after the ride. With the poker run, what we do is it's 20 to $5 a hand, or $20 for five hands. And so what we do is at each stop we'll pull off, we'll take a break, and then you get to pull a card. And then if you're at the end of the ride, if you have whoever has the better hand wins the money. So I mean, some people um, have a good time doing it. Some people
Mhm.
don't win, but it's the camaraderie that you build with the riders and the people that help this event, and then
Absolutely.
also to just give back again. It's just that's how we give back to our veterans again, and it's just a fun thing to do. And um, again, it's something that we enjoy, and that's how we make the extra money, so that way we can give it back.
Absolutely. And for everybody that's a civilian like me, when you see this huge group of riders and you hear that signature growl of the Harleys coming down the street, if you're at like a traffic light and everything like that, roll down your window and just, you don't have to have a long conversation. You can if you want, but basically say thank you, because most of Guam's motorcycle community did serve. They made the choice, they enlisted, they went through the training, they did their time, and they certainly earn our praise and our gratitude and our love.
Yes,
So,
that is
Roro,
definitely correct.
any final thoughts on what this Veterans Day is going to mean? For those of you who served.
It's always going to mean a lot. Every Veterans Day, it means so much. And again, this is our 13th annual, so this is something that since I've come back out of the military and come home, and something this is something that I've seen grow to even bigger and better things. When I first came, it was always at Adelup, and then now we moved it to EBOW for the last couple of years, and now this year we're moving it to Guam Museum. So that's you know it always changes, and it makes it again um, more appreciative for all the veterans that serve, and you're giving these guys the opportunity to be recognized for all the hard work that they've done in the military, and then to be on the public stage to be recognized. That is very an honored uh, thing to receive, especially because you know when you get out of the military, you don't really expect to something like that. So um, to get
Well, if
I
anybody's earned it, it's been you fine men and women who who made that choice long ago, and to this day, man, we appreciate it, brother.
Yes, and before I go, I want to thank our sponsors who are going to be on the shirts. Um, Again, our shirts, to be a sponsor on the shirt, if you want just your name or your company's name on the shirt, it's going to be $300. If you want your company logo, or if you have a logo, or um, it'll be 700 this year. Again, I want to say thank you to Slurp and Burp, Nuka Oy, Francis Torres, Knox Nook, Wild Bills, Dave and Christine Blas, HOG Mariana's Island Chapter, East Island Tinting, Legends MC, and Bell's Lounge. So that list can grow. So again, we want to say thank you again, and we're trying to reach out to get more support from the island community, the businesses, and even if you're an individual and you want to just put your name on the shirt, that's good too.
Absolutely. And I know you said you had like tanks and helicopters on last year's shirt. So, like maybe the people that served in the armor or, the air cav division are going to say, like, where's my gear? But certainly the commitment is still right there. And it's a wonderful way to support our vets. So thank you, Roro. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.